From the west side of Chicago, we are live for the SHL Game of the Week on YouTube Live. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome into the broadcast here that features the number 1 and number 3 ranked teams in the state. Loyola Gold comes into the Wolfpack of St. Ignatius home ice. Alongside Rudy Hodgson tonight, Wes Anderson down at ice level. I am Max Anderson. We'll have all the game action for you here from Fifth Third Arena. Rudy, this St. Ignatius team comes into tonight's game probably the hottest team in the state, coming off a Thanksgiving tournament win at Loyola and playing their best hockey of the season right now in early December.
Absolutely. They've been so fun to watch, and at the helm of that is none other than Tiernan Ryan, 23 points in SHL play, and not only that, but they get it done offensively, and then on the back end, they have Ethan Laughlin, who will be starting tonight. He'll get the call. Those two absolutely dynamite for the Wolfpack.
And for more on how Loyola's been getting it done over the last couple of weeks, we'll send it down to Wes Anderson, who's standing by with St. Ignatius head coach Spencer Montgomery. Wes.
Thanks, guys. Coach Jackson Steinloff's got 6 points in his last 5 games. What have you liked about his games?
Yeah, he's a slippery player. You know, kind of reminds me of a girl who plays off the Blackhawks this afternoon. He finds a way to get underneath sticks and sneak up on guys, and he's just a really effective finisher.
Now going back to last week, O'Grady Cup champions, how do you look to roll over that here tonight?
Yeah, you know, we talked about it a little bit pregame. We want to elevate at the right times. You know, we feel like we hit the gas pedal. You know, Thanksgiving's a really good watermark for where you are as a team. Can you compete at the state level? So we just want to keep ascending and make sure we're ready to go for this second push here.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Guys, back up to you.
Thank you, Wes. And it's been a very good couple of weeks, but it's still the middle of December, and Ignatius really entering the grinder part of their schedule here over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, they're going to be busy. We spoke to head coach Montgomery before the game, and he noted that they're going to have 4 or 5 games in the next 7. So this team is going to be busy, but they're going to have to get things going tonight. So the focus is on tonight, but they know they got a long road ahead of them this upcoming week.
2 weeks ago tonight, Rudy, Loyola looked like far and away the best team in the state, coming off a 5-0 shutout win over GBS. A couple weeks following a 5-0 shutout win against arch rival New Trier. They were flying high over the last week or so. It's been tough. They obviously had the game in the O'Grady Cup tournament, losing 5-1 to this Ignatius team. Then last night lost 4-1 to St. Viator. So Loyola looking to pick things back up after they really had it running about 2 weeks ago.
Absolutely. And although they probably haven't gotten the results that they've wanted, this team is still no laughing matter. And one of the things that glares out to me when you look at this Loyola team, .929 winning percentage when they score the first goal in SHL play, 13-1 when they bury that first goal of the game. So for them, a hot start is necessary, especially if they want to pick up where they left off before their previous SHL match.
You know, Rudy, one of the things we talked about when Loyola was on that really solid run was the scary part is they still had reinforcements coming. Mikey Baker, Garvin St. John, off of a state championship win in football, back on the team. This will be both of their second games back. That'll help Loyola start to turn that tide once again.
Absolutely, and when you start getting into the dog days of the season, depth is so important, and they're starting to get that now. And not only that, you just kind of noted it, they're football players. These guys are athletes. They have the stamina, they have the grit, they have that tenacity that every team needs when you start to get into this part of the season. So tonight, very excited to see that.
If you would have mistaken this for a rock concert here tonight at Fifth Third, I can't blame you. We are right underneath these very nice JBL speakers here at Fifth Third Arena. So you are going to get a quality amount of music in the background, especially at puck pauses. Love broadcasting this rink, Rudy. One thing I don't know if people realize, actually 2 things really. One, the lighting here, better than any rink we do games in all year long. And the other one that I only found out recently, similar to hotels and casinos in Las Vegas, they pump in fresh oxygen. So if you leave this arena after watching a game or playing a game, or in our case broadcasting a game, and feel like you have a little more pep in your step than you normally would, it's not, you're not making it up. It actually is a really, really nice place to play and broadcast.
And this is why the SHL Network is the place to be, because you get information like that. This is absolute news to me, but nice to know that I'll be a little refreshed, man. I feel like I could go out there and play a couple miles myself if I'm getting fresh oxygen. I don't know, Wes, you're down there. You're in the crease. What do you think, brother?
Oh, I'd love to strap on the pads here tonight, boys, and this Ignatius team. They're locked and loaded, ready to go.
As I noted in my Instagram post earlier today, we've got our chief and senior goaltender correspondents here on the broadcast. Always love when we can get Wes Anderson and Rudy Hodgson together. Make no mistake, they're going to be breaking down Charlie Trapp and Ethan Laughlin all game long. We'll just see if they give any shine to the skaters at any point.
Well, these last 2 times in SHL play these 2 teams have met, they've been very low-scoring affairs, so if you look at the two analysts that you have, certainly going to be a very goaltender-friendly broadcast, and surely with the guys in net, it'll probably be a very goaltender-friendly match as well.
So Sunday afternoon, 4:41 p.m. here on the west side. Tiernan Ryan and Liam Finnegan square off, and the puck finds its way back into the Ignatius zone, and we are underway live from Fifth Third Arena. Loyola trying to put on the initial pressure. Puck taken away by Matt Klein. Just tosses it across ice, looking for DJ Long, but not able to keep it in. Stepping in the middle of the ice was Charlie Reef, trying to make his way forward for Ignatius. Now puck buried deep. Simon Moynihan takes a hit from DJ Long to play it up the near half wall. Colin Chinland trying to support as well. DJ Long continuing the forecheck, and he's going to get the puck below the goal. He center pad, backhanded shot, follow-on shot. What a save by Laughlin just 45 seconds into the game. Now battling in the corner, trying to pop it out into the slot. Finnegan can't control it, and eventually Charlie Reef just fires it off the wall and makes sure it gets out.
Absolutely dynamite stop to start things here, but you got to give a little credit to the forecheck of the Ramblers, not giving Ignatius any space to breathe. Can't even get a clean breakout until now.
Now finally able to carry out is Austin Haynes. He loses control in the neutral zone, followed up by Egan Ryan. Ryan in the high slot, backhanded pass over, loose in the slot, trying to get a shot off was Haynes. Never could get muster on that one. In transition comes Charlie Merrill. Merrill drops the puck in deep. He had the lone goal in the 5-1 loss in the Thanksgiving tournament for Loyola. Back to the point, Chris Sipe, but can't play it on any further as Steinloff now rink wide to Michael Holub. Holub has the puck taken off his stick, right back into the neutral zone. Loyola getting a couple of fresh bodies on the ice. Holub trying to force a turnover as Sipe lost an edge in the corner. Looking for a centering pass, but waiting for it there is Cole Jobert, but turned over once more. Shot off the side of the net from the stick of Max Meyer. Meyer had one of the goals last weekend. 5 different goal scorers in that semifinal game for St. Ignatius. Now an awkward bounce right off of Trapp's pads. He's able to fall on it, take a whistle, just 2 minutes and 10 seconds into the game.
That was tense there. You're going to get a better look at it here. This is the first try. Great save. You see Laughlin extending the stick. Gets that chance. Just a beautiful save to get things going. Extends the stick. Doesn't give Loyola the chance to capitalize. And then on the other end, tense moments.
Yeah, ends up being the stick of Laughlin. Also would have been an easy tap-in goal for Loyola. Now coming up to make a big hit is Garvin St. John. Been making those hits on the football field. Now transitions onto the ice, and it's one of the things that has impressed me so much with Mikey Baker specifically. St. John getting more time this year. I'll never forget last season, 3 days after winning a state championship in his first game back for Loyola, as this puck takes an awkward bounce off the wall, loose in the slot, but now carried out by Baker. The aforementioned Baker, 3 days after winning a state championship, scored a goal in his first game back. It was tremendously impressive.
I'm telling you, these guys are athletes. They know how to play, and they're gritty too, very aggressive, and you don't expect anything else from football players.
Matt Klein and Will Steele, a couple of veteran defensemen for this Loyola side. John Dwyer trying to get the puck in deep, wraps it around the board. Steele waits for it at the near point. Simon Moynihan gives chase below the goal line. Now heavy pressure from Nick Gonzalez. Nice move around one man from Jackson Bossert. Bossert takes a hit, but he's able to get the puck in deep. Steele settles once again and finds Gonzalez up the near half wall, carrying it through the neutral zone. Julian Gabal fires it down to force Laughlin to play the puck. Now trapped between a couple of players' feet, comes out to Will Steele. Steele just going to toss it in as 3 fresh bodies come onto the ice for Loyola. Rogers makes sure the puck gets out of the zone. The team's exchanging the puck through the neutral zone. Finally finds a stick at Charlie Reef. Reef trying to get it out wide to Garami. Centering, backhanded shot from Reef, not on target. This misses everybody. Laughlin's going to play it as no icing was going to call off of that clearance. Finnegan keeps it in at the point, drops it in deep. Long looking for a centering pass for Charlie Bain. First time we've called his name tonight. Finnegan Continuous action here, 12:34 left in the first period. Now patient pass from Chinland. We've gone probably 2.5 minutes straight now without a whistle. Here's Bain. Bain comes up the left wing, carries to his backhand, looking for a centering pass, goes off the back of the net, never got to his intended destination. Come over, support Coljo Bear. Now DJ Long using the body to try to create an angle, but no follow-up as Chinland's going to be able to carry it. Chinland with speed up the right wing, trying to go around Chris Sipe. That's a heck of a matchup between those two. A little more offensive, talented players, and Chris Sipe, captain for Loyola, has been a stalwart defenseman for the Ramblers.
Absolutely. He's been doing it all season long. No exception tonight there, and denies them that chance.
Oh, no-look pass. Almost gave Holub a chance right at the goal line. Austin Haynes in the corner. Puck pops out. Now backhanded shot. Trapp makes the initial save. Follow-on chance, but Jackson Steinloff couldn't get a follow-on chance to go on net. Now a race for it. That's trying to catch up to it. It's Tommy Messina. Patiently escorting out of the zone is Holub. Now Steinloff drops to Holub. A huge hit as Mikey Baker, channeling like a wide receiver crack block, puts a Ignatius Wolfpack in the ice. Fired from the point. Left pad save from Trapp. Matt Klein carries through the ice, a lot of speed and space. 11 likes to jump up into the play, just staying on side. Now a point-blank chance from the far circle, and Laughlin takes a draw now. I think that was close to 4 minutes of continuous action.
Great stuff to start this game, but one of the things that's glaring out is the physicality of Loyola. They have just been dominating. You get a good look at Laughlin after he makes that save. Wes, you're down there at ice level. Talk about a little bit of that physicality you're seeing down there, brother.
Yeah, Rudy, that's a great call. And on the bench, that's what they're saying. Match your physicality. Match your physicality. Ignatius, a lot of speed, a lot of pace here early. Not as on the body as much as Loyola is here early, but both goalies checking in, making some big saves.
Baker, the backhanded chance, follow-on chance, fought off by Laughlin. Now side of the net. Laughlin will drop the big glove on it. A little pushing and shoving after the play. Man, talk about the physical presence the football players bring. The big hit from Mikey Baker in his defensive zone. Garvin St. John right around the goal, getting into it as well. These Catholic rivals do not like each other. There's no doubt about it.
Absolutely not.
Baker not able to win that draw as Danny Heidkamp pulls it into the corner and away with it. Comes St. Ignatius. Goes all the way in on Trapp. He'll take another draw and more pushing and shoving.
Yeah, Max, I think you said it right. These two teams just aren't making dinner reservations, that's for sure. But you got to give a little credit to Loyola. Again, we touched on it momentarily just a couple seconds ago, but that's kind of how you wear out a very talented team, because they know Ignatius has the speed. You saw it on display when Chinland broke into the Rambler zone and almost got the shot off, but that's how you slow them down. You got to hit them hard and stop them that way.
Matt Klein comes to support, take the puck away off the draw. Far half wall now is Jake Pereno. That misses everybody, so that will go for icing. .10-14 left here in the first period, still scoreless. 5-2, the unofficial shots on goal. Maybe a couple more, but certainly none threatening. We've had pucks kind of bouncing around the edge of the net, not necessarily sharp shots on goal, as both the sides defensively have really locked things down around the cage. Tiernan Ryan looking for a centering pass. Had the idea of finding Charlie Garami, but takes an awkward bounce. Charlie Bain in transition. Here's Long. Long stops, trying to create a passing angle. Finds Bain through the slot. Now a centering pass. Long almost gets it back door. He would have had a wide open cage. Now Tiernan Ryan, a partial breakaway. Here's Ryan up the slot. Backhand. Trapp with a big save. And the goal comes off its posts. And Tiernan Ryan, many believe, could be the best player in the state. Sure, Zach Freemuth has a conversation for that, as would Charlie Bain on this Loyola side. Talk about Charlie Bain. We talked a lot about Tiernan Ryan before the game. Haven't gotten a chance to talk about Charlie Bain, who is second in the league in both assists and points. He's really getting it done for Loyola.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those players that kind of showcases the depth that the Ramblers have, and he's been consistent all season long. Don't expect that to change tonight.
Comes back to the point, fires it down below by Moynihan. Wraps around the boards, comes to the backside, Tyler LaRue. I know I sound like a broken record on some of these broadcasts, but just so incredibly impressive is one in net for Loyola. Just a freshman leading the SHL in save percentage. It's pretty remarkable for Loyola. Both of their goaltenders, 1 and 2, minimum of 6 starts in the SHL, 1 and 2 in save percentage and goals allowed. Here's a point-blank shot from Finnegan, gets deflected. But can you imagine the same team in this league having a 1-2 option like that? It's really remarkable.
Well, you saw it on that last opportunity. You talk about the speed and skill of Tiernan Ryan, but how about stepping up to the plate on that partial breakaway? Trapp just patient with him there all the way, didn't bite on the fake, and held his ground and made the save.
Puck jumps out of the zone from Tyler LaRue, and it sets off the counter from Ari Ram. Ram pulls to his backhand, takes it into the corner. Steinloff trying to win the puck back. This puck just off the top of the boards, just stays in the rink. Doesn't get far enough for icing as Reef catches up to it with 8:27 left here in the first period. Apologies for no clock on the scoreboard tonight. A little bit of technical issues with that. So I will make sure I give you some extra updates on the time throughout. And Rudy, it's your job if I forget to remind me.
Keep me honest, Max. Keep me honest.
Cooper Nelson fires. Now from the point is Matthew Markowitz. His shot off the mark. Nelson settles the puck right at center ice. Finally finds its way deep where Nelson and Markowitz come back to play it. Markowitz turns it over right at the blue line as a big hit on the far half wall. Ignatius trying to take advantage of the Markowitz turnover, not able to as this puck's cleared. Charlie Reef just drops it deep. Now he'll go for a change. Bunch of fresh skaters for Ignatius.
Got to give credit on that last shift. Turnover here.
Now a chance in the slot. Deflection. One save from Trev. Follow-up shot. They score! Grayson Rizzuti, the sophomore, finds his second SHL goal. It's 1-0 Ignatius.
How about that play? Just jumping up, creating havoc. Turnover in the Rambler zone. They just pounce on it right away, and this is what the Ramblers can do. Right here, nice little deflection. Rebound, real easy. Trapp got a huge chunk of it, but just getting past him were the Wolfpack. And I was just about to say, before the turnover, it was the forecheck and matching the physicality that Coach Montgomery said. They get the chance, and they get the opener.
And one of the things our good friend Taylor Ramlet used to always say on the broadcast, and Wes, I know you echo as well, that first save from a goaltender has to be the one he gets. Second save's got to come from the defenseman. As you saw on that replay, it was 2-0 Ignatius on that second rebound. No one from Loyola really in position to help their goaltender.
Scored by number 36, Grayson Rizzuti. Assisted by number 12, Katie Heikamp.
At that point, if you're Trapp, you just try to get as much of your body in front of that net. Just block up as much space as you can, and that time he got a big chunk of it, like we said, but not enough.
I want to thank our great sponsors here on the SHL Network. We've got some really good ones this year, folks. Obviously, a couple of new ones, a couple of mainstays, but you can find a lot more information about all these sponsors on the SHL website. Visit ScholasticHockeyLeague.org. Folks, as I say almost every week, we would not be able to do what we do on a week-in, week-out basis without these great sponsors. So if you've got a reason, please pay business to those sponsors so we can keep bringing you these great games of the week. Callum Chinlin is near half wall, takes the puck, hands off to Ryan, volleys it off the boards, icing waved. Looks like a break for Ignatius, probably could have been called. Chinlin from a sharp angle, deflected high off the glass. Now right back to keep up play was Charlie Garami. Now DJ Long had a chance to find Bain right at the blue line, just missed him. Bain will carry it behind the cage. Step for step with him is Egan Ryan. Chinlin, a little pirouette to make sure he got the puck out. Now Sipe gets trapped a little bit. Fortunate that Tiernan Ryan lost track of where the puck was. Now Bain almost a chance with a bunch of space up the left side, just missing his stick, and Charlie Reef will settle out of the goal line.
2 really good looks for Bain if he can get possession there, but that's kind of how Loyola beats you, is on the counter, and they look for Bain. Another counter here.
Now a fortunate turnover, and could have been a penalty there as Tyler LaRue looked like he was holding it. Rudy, you grabbed your wrist for that holding signal. Thought that easily could have been possibly even a penalty shot because the Ignatius player, can't remember who it was, would have been off and running.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you look at the replay on that last play, certainly getting away with one, certainly looked like a hold. As you mentioned, I kind of made the motion, but I'm not wearing the stripes.
And one more look at Charlie Trapp's numbers, 1.44 goals allowed average in this league with the amount of skill this goaltender faces each and every night for a freshman. Super impressive. Here's Joe Bear. His shot just missing the far post. Laughlin in good position to make sure it wasn't threatening. Now Messina on the far half wall. Back to Klein across the Steele. Steele's shot looking for a deflection. Bounces right into the slot. Tommy Messina was just a half a skate short of being in perfect position in the slot. Now Ryder Nordella getting his first ice time of the first period at 5:12 mark remaining in the period. The linesman here got clipped a little bit from a stick or a shoulder from Nardella as he came up the ice. Now Klein with 5 to go in the first. Off the half wall, he turns it over. Here's a chance for Ignatius, trying to drop it below the goal, almost finding across the other side with Steinloft. Just missed his outstretched stick.
Almost a carbon copy of the first goal that they got, where they take it at the blue line and then they try to create havoc, 3-on-2 rush the other way. That time they couldn't capitalize, but maybe Loyola's offense just a little too eager to get out of their own defensive zone, not doing what they have to do in the blue line.
Messina going to carry it out with space here up the left wing. Pressed the entire way by Rom, but skates by him. His shot from Messina, just missing the far post. Julian Gabal gets sandwiched on the half wall and eventually forced out onto the stick of Ari Rom. And Moses Rogers going to bounce it in, almost like a 56-degree wedge that I know Wes likes to employ.
Yeah, those low risky bounce down there for Trap guys, but early on here, playoff type feeling in this game. I know it's just early December, but both teams top of the standings here in the SHL. You can just tell by the time and space is at an all-time premium here as both teams enter their offensive zones.
Draw to the right at Trap. Markowitz able to carry it out for the Ramblers. Cooper Nelson getting pressure from Heidkamp. Now calmly volleying it off the boards is Pereno all the way back into the Ignatius end and losing an edge and turning the puck over Moynihan. Loyola trying to take advantage, but coming back in support is Jackson Bossert. And they're able to clear. Good coverage from the Wolfpack. Julian Gabal carries it in, comes to the stick of Pereno. Pereno takes a check from Moynihan. Now 4 bodies come together in the corner, and Pereno comes away with it. Bossert pins a man up against the boards just behind Ethan Laughlin. Now turned over, kept in, loose in the slot, just whiffing on a bouncing puck was Pereno on a risky clearance attempt from the corner, trying to clear it up through the middle of the ice. Almost a break for Loyola.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. That's not exactly where you want to have a Rambler wide open, but just before that, a little credit to Jackson Bossert. Might not be the biggest guy, but he's the most physical in that last rush, and he might have lost his man there, but the Ramblers ever so close to evening this game up.
Now a big check is a high hit. That looked up near the face or neck area from John Dwyer on the hit on Heidkamp. Probably a break for Loyola that they're not on the penalty kill. Here's Baker up the left wing, top of the circle. His shot blockered away by Laughlin. Kept in at the point by LaRue. LaRue tossing it in, bouncing putt, loose in the slot. Shot on goal, gets deflected just wide. Well, trying to calm things down, clearing it as Max Meyer looked like it was maybe played by high stick, but will play on. Now losing an edge, and we're going to get a penalty. Rudy, your arm went immediately up, as did the referees. So it looks like St. Ignatius going to head to the first power play of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. A little bit of a sloppy errant stick that got the better of one of the Ramblers as we getting a little bit of an explanation, but clearly a trip. It seemed like he just extended the stick a little too eagerly. As a result, he tripped him up, textbook trip. How much more you can do there?
The number one penalty kill in the SHL at 92.7%. Anything over 90% on the penalty kill is elite, and that's been Loyola all season long. Power play, it's been a bit of a mystery so far for the Wolfpack, just 17%, 7th in the SHL. Looking to find their rhythm, trying to find exactly the mix. I was getting to talk to Spencer Montgomery before the game. Trying to find that right mix on the power play. Feels like they're close. We'll see how they fare here on their first opportunity of the night.
2 minutes for tripping. Time penalty.
Chinland able to keep it in at the point. Now up top, Egan Ryan gets a deflection in front from Heidkamp, but steered aside by Trapp.
Love that play there. Get bodies in front, change up the angle, little redirection. Don't capitalize that time, but you like where their head's
Centering
at.
pass, Ryan backdoor. His shot partially deflected and hits the back glass. Keeping it in, turning, firing, looking for a deflection from Ryan was Meyer. Now again loose in the slot. Bain scrambling to try to clear it. Finally takes a big whack at it right on Laughlin for the clear.
I really like what the Wolfpack are doing here, where they kind of take away the eyes of the netminder as the shot is being taken. So it really kind of fools with the eyesight of Trapp, obviously, but that time they've done it twice. Let's see if they do it a third time and capitalize.
Ryan with speed with 58 to go on the power play. Goes behind the goal. Point blank chance. They score! Austin Haynes waiting for it in the slot. Buries the power play goal. It's 2-0.
Special teams so important in a game of this nature, and this time they strike. Beautiful bang bang play, backhanded feed goes straight to the blade of Austin Haynes. Beautiful feed, nothing Trapp can do about it there. As a result, it's the Wolfpack setting the table. 2 quick goals. Lead is doubled.
1:23 left in the first period, and Ignatius takes a 2-0 lead. We'll see how Loyola responds. Certainly came into this week number 1 in the state. We'll find out tomorrow morning where they end up. May drop a spot or two, but no doubt one of the top 2 or 3 teams in the state are probably both of these teams. I mean, you're talking about Loyola, St. Ignatius, New Trier certainly in the mix, Glenbrook North certainly in the mix. You know, Vider and GBS certainly want to be in that conversation, maybe right there, maybe right just outside. A lot of tough competition. We'll see if Ignatius can make another statement here tonight. Now played up the ice. Steinloft deflects into the corner. Up in the corner, finally forced out by Merrill. Joe Bear now trying to create some offense, has the puck bouncing around, finally settles on the stick of Holub. Steinloft giving chase. Once again turned over by Merrill in the neutral zone. Merrill able to get it right back, sends it across to Steele. Tiernan Ryan with the primary assist. Now just 30 seconds to go in the first. For Ryan, that's his 12th assist. And for Haynes, his 4th goal of his SHL campaign. Final 20 here in the first period. Chipped up ice by Reef. Looking for the stick of Chinland, intercepted. Now rifled off the boards. Baker able to keep it in along the near half wall. Comes to Sipe at the near point. Sipe using his body to shield the puck. Merrill behind, right at the buzzer. Merrill trying to find the front of the net. Not able to. After one, that 2-0 lead for Ignatius.
They looked really, really strong, this Ignatius team, showing why they're at the top of the leaderboard on the state rankings. Get a great look at the 2 goals that they scored in the first. Making it look real easy, and they're playing comfortable, which is kind of what you want to see from a team of this nature. Especially like we said it earlier, when you get into these kind of times in the season, you want to make sure your team looks compact. You want to make sure your team looks composed. Based on the 2 goals that we've seen, safe to say this team likes where they're at.
Obviously, we're still in just the beginning part of December, about 2 full months almost of league play left, of course, before we get into league playoffs and then eventually state as well. But this Ignatius team that came into the season with a lot of promise, returned a bunch of skaters, returned Laughlin and net. A lot of people had them pegged for the top 3 or 4 in the state. first month, 6 weeks of the season wasn't very kind to them. You could see the 9-7 record in the SHL. They haven't played an SHL game in almost a month. And the last time that did play an SHL game was against this Loyola team and lost 2-1. So a lot of their success over the last couple of weeks has not necessarily been SHL games, but they're beating up on SHL teams.
Absolutely, and the record in SHL play is not indicative of how deep and how talented this team is. And tonight that's on full display where they're playing a team that's above them on the table, but certainly not playing above them when you look at the skill set that they have on the ice. So I think when you look at this Ignatius team, they're kind of peaking at the right time, right, where they're starting to play better as the season progresses, and that's what you want, especially as you start looking into SHL playoffs and state.
I know that York and Glenbrook South were out in Jamestown, New York this weekend for a tournament. Assuming they're on the bus rides back, I would assume some of those gentlemen might be tuning into the SHL network on that bus ride. Rudy, Wes, you guys have been on some of those long hockey road trips. Anything to get you through some of those bus rides is always good. I'm sure we've got some SHL players tuned in.
Yeah, I don't think the Cards is going to cut it on coming back from Jamestown. Definitely tuned into this game tonight, guys.
York GBS, I know York made the finals. I did not see how they fared at the end of that. GBS made the semis and lost to York. So both those teams, hope it was a good weekend. We're underway here in the second period. Get a quick whistle as the puck deflects off of someone or something in the bench, so we'll get a center ice draw.
Actually looked like just a little too eager. It was number 33, John Dwyer. He's offside, and we'll try again, center ice.
Just 20 into this second period. Ignatius, a couple of first period goals, one of them being a power play. Now a big hit in the corner as St. John gets sandwiched. No penalty, but we get a whistle as a little bit of fear, any hesitation or question whether there's head contact or a potential head injury. The referees are instructed to stop play, and the rink gets really quiet as St. John on his knees, seems to be okay, just kind of gathering himself.
That was a rough collision, and I'm glad he's getting up on his 2 feet. Looked like a clean collision, just so happened that he fell backwards and went head first into the boards, and I'm sure the doctors are going to take a look at him, but we are very glad that Garvin St. John is okay.
And the referee escorts St. John back to the bench, just give him a shift, have his coaches take a look, trainers take a look. Loyola bench wants a penalty. St. John barking as well. Not thrilled that there wasn't one, but we'll play on just 29 seconds into the period. Finnegan and Steinloft on the draw to the left to trap. Period of the long change here in the second. There's Loyola now to our left. And Laughlin for Ignatius to our right. Reef does a nice job of not allowing that puck to go between his legs from Finnegan. Holub carries up the right wing, stood up right at the blue line by Sipe. Finnegan able to swipe the puck around the boards, not able to play it, was DJ Long out. Knocking it down and taking it to the corner now, Sipe once more. LaRue finds Bain. He's evaluating his options. He almost turns it over right to Holub. Dangerous play. Fortunate as Sipe takes over, carries it in. Top of the circle looking for Bain backdoor. Just missed him. LaRue able to slow the puck up at center ice. Bain able to get on to Finnegan. Bain charging up the slot, gets it back. Bain with a great move, not able to finish it. Loyola cannot believe that there's not a hooking call, and I tend to agree with him.
Yeah, absolutely. Certainly looked like a hook. So referees letting these boys play, but
we'll see.
I don't know.
I think we'll probably get a good look at that at the goal cam. Hopefully Jimmy was able to capture that one. I know I'm putting him on the spot. Oh, he is the best in the business, folks. Look at Bain coming up the slot. Oh, you know, didn't necessarily seem as glaring as it was from this angle. You'll see the reaction of the Loyola bench. Can't believe you see Coach Lockwood up in arms. Just cannot believe that there wasn't a hooking call there. Great shot. Jimmy the Wiz Olsen setting it up. Best in the business, folks. Of course, Matt Freeman on our main camera tonight.
Certainly looked like he turned his stick in. Textbook hook, but we play on.
Settling on the puck, Max Meyer trying to get the puck deep, just fires it off of Markowitz's shin boards. Now Cole Jobert trying to make a move. Now we get a penalty. Almost feels like that might have been a little bit of a makeup. I don't know that the feet getting tangled up. I don't know that was any kind of intentional tripping, but you almost feel like they know they kind of missed the one on the pass to Bain up the slot, and they were due one.
Absolutely.
By the way, I want to say for the record, I hate that. Call what's on the ice. I just know how the game works. One of my least favorite things is the quote-unquote makeup call. Call what you
agree,
see.
but I think in this case it's a little bit more well-warranted because you got away with two there. The hit on the corner that they wanted and then the hook. I feel like it was only a matter of time before the Ramblers got one going their way.
Francis Dunlay, the guilty party for St. Ignatius. Now big opportunity for Loyola to narrow the margin. Steal up top to Sipe. Sipe has a heavy shot. Spins it across. Now Bain, top of the circle. Shoots, deflects, sitting in the slot. Nobody from Loyola could get a second shot off. Now Steele back up top, Sipe. Bain, far circle, right back to Sipe. Sipe whiffs on the shot. Fortunate not to give away a power play breakaway. Bain centering, backhanded shot. A follow-on shot, just a half a step late to it was Steele. Sipe once more, shoots, right pad save Laughlin. Now a check by Bain to win the puck back. Able to get it to Finnegan, right back to Bain, far circle. One-timer Joe Bear, couldn't get much on it, but the deflection from Finnegan, they score! I don't think that's how they drew it up, but Loyola will take it. Now a one-goal margin.
Yeah, great goal. Puck was pouncing all over the ice and might have tipped off of a stick, but there to cash in was none other than Liam Finnegan, and that's exactly what the doctor ordered for the Ramblers. They cut this lead in half, and now we got ourselves a real good ball game. You get a great look at it there. It might have gone off of the pad of Laughlin. See him put his head up. I don't know, Wes, what'd you see down there?
Yeah, guys, Laughlin got a stick on that at the last minute, and you were right, Max. That Joe Bear attempt was going wide, but Finnegan getting a stick on it, putting it on net, and getting his team on the board here in the second period.
I think everybody on this broadcast grew up with Eddie Olczyk on Blackhawks broadcast each and every night, and he would always talk about making sure you keep your stick on the ice. Your stick cannot help if it's up around your waist or over your shoulders. Perfect example there as just keeping your stick near the ice, right position, right time, able to cash it in and get the margin back to one for Loyola.
Ethan Laughlin, such a more adventurous netminder than I would be. The way he stopped and played that puck, the puck could hop over the blade at any given moment. But Wes, I don't know, you're down there, you know that's not the way to play.
Rudy, I had a little bit of a heart attack myself when I saw him open up the stick in the crease there.
Now side of the net opportunity. Can't get a shot onto the net.
Great save by Laughlin there with the blocker. Good rebound control.
So a power play goal aside. A 2-1 lead for Ignatius with 13:07 left in the second. Now a hit could have been interference. That's the call. Matt Klein going to get called for interference. I feel like that's a pretty good call. Ignatius will head back to the power play.
I agree with the call. Absolutely sized them up a little too early, but you also gotta, if you're Colin Shinlin, you gotta be careful. No retaliation penalties. He went right over to the guilty party, gave him a little extra. So, a little bit of discipline needs to be displayed here by both teams. As we'll try again, and it'll be the Ramblers on the PK. 13 minutes left here in the second period. A lot of action left to be played as we get things going right again.
Now right on the power play here is Ignatius, 1 for 1 on the day. And just 17% on the season as that shot just whistles wide. So talked about it at the start of that power play. That just kept in at the point by Darty. Now a shot and a big follow-on hit as LaRue planted his man in the ice. Back to get it now. Reef pestered the entire way by Messina. Minute and a half left to go on the power play.
Not a whole lot cooking for the Wolfpack in the first 30 seconds of the power play. You kind of have to give a little credit to how the Ramblers are using the body, using that physicality to get things going.
Rudy, if you close your eyes and had to guess, would you have guessed that Loyola's up 13-7 on shots? I certainly wouldn't.
No.
Certainly hasn't felt like Loyola's had a 2-1 better of the play. It's felt pretty even, especially here in the second period. I think Loyola's had a nice pushback. It's been largely controlled in the first by Ignatius. 55 to go here on the power play. Not able to get it deep and cleared once more by the Ramblers.
Surely a lot of that, probably the first 5-6 minute rush from the Ramblers where they did get a lot of chances but didn't really equate to anything. But yes, I agree. From the halfway mark of the first period up until this point, it's been all Wolfpack.
And now As I always like to point out, the cardinal sins of the power play, gentlemen. Offsides and icing. Never like to see that. A extremely frustrated Spencer Montgomery. Feels like they've given one away here on the power play. Able to win immediate possession off the draw is Ignatius. On comes Shinland. Drops to Tiernan Ryan, skates into the high slot, shoots, just misses the net. Follow-on chance, not able to get on net. Now a follow-up shot off the crossbar from Max Meyer. That close to getting the third goal of the game.
Whoa, I mean, what an absolute rifle of a shot. Probably deserved to get credit for the goal there. He beats everything but the crossbar. But you like that rush from the Wolfpack there. Nice couple of passes, broke through that back line of the Ramblers, and they do it again.
Final moment of the power play. Tiernan Ryan with a brilliant move, just misses the near post. Back to full strength are the Ramblers. One more chance as Klein still darting to get into the play off the stick of Meyer, not able to put it on net. Now a shot from Shinland. Never got all the way through. Klein finally able to just get the puck out. Good power play once more from the Wolfpack. Now point-blank chance, backhand, but Charlie Trapp up to the challenge to keep his team down one. In the corner steal. Ari Ram trying to win the puck. Fired from a sharp angle off Moses Rogers' stick. Now another shot, missing just past Trapp's right, and goes off the boards all the way out of the zone.
Another very aggressive forecheck here for the Wolfpack. Create some chances from it. Momentum swinging in their favor.
Now turned over, top of the circle, able to keep it in is Dunley. Ari Ram wasn't able to catch up with the pass, so it's cleared. And Doherty getting pressure, just throws it away into the neutral zone. Loyola's going to get a bunch of fresh skaters on the ice here with 9:49 to go in the second.
Much needed change there. A lot of heavy legs.
Now good back check from Mikey Baker to slow down Bossert. Eventually wins the puck away. 88 in yellow and maroon, the alternate captain getting it done. Well, Pereno puts it in the corner, Baker. Doing a nice job using his body, Dwyer, to keep it alive. Fired from a sharp angle off the stick of Baker, misses everybody. Deflects into the slot, Baker's shot just misses the near post. It was a fortunate bounce off of an Ignatius skate. Now Baker behind the goal. Played up the near half wall and volleyed out by Meyer.
Certainly seems like the puck luck is in favor of the Ramblers. They're getting all those bounces exactly how the first goal came.
Sipe able to get on to Jobert. Jobert's shot blocked away by Laughlin, and no sooner they set it with good bounces, they get another one. But Laughlin able to blocker that one away and recover it.
Yeah, guys, good on Laughlin to squall that up, get a change for his team. But Rudy, you talked about that risky little stick handling play that Laughlin had. Actually credited right now with that secondary assist on Ignatius' second goal. So maybe he knows something we don't down there in the net.
You know, I'm all for points by the netminders, Wes. So maybe there is a method to his madness, but definitely scared me a little bit when I saw him playing the puck wide open net.
8:45 left to go in the second period of a big-time SHL clash between two teams that certainly have their eyes on a potential SHL and state championship. Here's Steinloft coming up the ice. Up the left side, gets it into the slot. Now Holub trying to get a shot off. Puck just waiting in the high slot. Eventually, Messina makes sure no further danger.
I really like the way they collapsed there on that opportunity. The defense for the Ramblers really didn't give them any space to work with, even though it was an odd man rush.
Messina fumbles the puck right at the blue line, not able to play the puck into the zone with control. Reef turns around, fires, misses his intended target of Haynes. Icing waved. Now Klein up the middle of the ice, intercepted by Ryder Nardella. Markowitz collects for Loyola.
You see what Loyola wants to do. They want to break it up, but they're just too eager. Their forwards are way too far away. They can't break out cleanly. as a result, that's why the forecheck looks so strong for Ignatius.
Now Loyola trying to make a play. Here's coming up the ice. That looks like another power play coming for Loyola as Charlie Merrill, hard working, earns it for the Ramblers.
A little bit of size and speed on display for the Ramblers. Great clean rush, burst through the neutral zone, a lot of dipsy doodling. Looked like he could have got the shot off, but clearly was interfered with. Believe hooking will be the call. And now they capitalize on the first one. Let's see if they can do it again.
.7:24 left in the first. Able to get, or second, I should say. Here's Sipe. Carries it from the far point. Now slot extended right back to Bain outside the far circle. Here's Finnegan. Scored the first goal of the game on the power play for Loyola. Here's Bain. Winds up, shoots. Right rebound given up. Follow-up chance. And Laughlin able to stand tall.
I really like the way Laughlin bounced back. You could see that he wanted to extend out and play it a little bit. You see him reaching for it to get the whistle, but he responds just in time to swallow up all the space that was available, and he makes the great save.
Wes, you had a front row view of that one, on that really on the exact angle that it came from.
Yeah, guys, great rebound control there and great response to on that second attempt by Laughlin to keep that puck from going across the line.
Now 1:34 left on the power play. Sipe gets it outside the far circle. Here's Sipe skating towards the slot extended. He's going to fire towards net. Somehow found its way all the way through to Laughlin. Finnegan takes a little bit of a shot after the whistle. No call.
I really like the way the Ramblers play on the power play. They really use the perimeter to their advantage, and then they just kind of start to sink in and attack, kind of force Ignatius to just pick a man to cover, and that's when the guy trails in front of the net to take away the eyes, and it's creating havoc.
Clean face-off win for Loyola, but Sipe wasn't able to keep it in at the far point. Here's Joe Bear. Carries it outside the near circle. Centering pass, looking for a deflection from Finnegan. He deflected it, but not on goal. Comes to Steele. Right back to Joe Bear on the goal line. Trying to figure out where to go next. Steele, back up top, Sipe. Sipe skating towards the high slot, finds Bain outside circle. Cross ice, Steele, his shot misses the net. Sipe dashing to try to keep it in the zone, he does. Now Bain, top of the far circle, cross ice once more for Steele. Not in Sipe's shooting range, so he's got to take it to the far point. Trying to force it out. It was Charlie Garami, not able to. Here's Bain once more with 28 on the power play. Now, shorthanded chance. Myers able to win the puck. He's just going to skate around, get some fresh skaters on the ice for the Wolfpack and fire it on the clear.
Great adjustment by Meyer, able to read that they're just going to pass it around and start to push in, so he plays a little bit more aggressively and denies them that space up top.
Bain, top of the near circle, leaves for Messina below the goal line. 3 seconds to go here on the power play. Screaming on the bench is Spencer Montgomery. I'm not quite sure why. I don't know if he wanted a penalty. This puck bouncing around the slot. Bain's backhanded shot. It was 10 or 15 seconds of as irate as Spencer Montgomery's I've ever seen. Not sure if it was at his team or at the officials. Wes, I know you've kind of moved positions no longer on the bench. Not sure if maybe you saw what he was upset about. Is back to full strength of the Wolfpack. Here's Ryan. He's got 2 yellow sweaters. I should say gold sweaters, excuse me. As he got the puck below the goal, comes all the way back the other side. Messina holds, looking for a centering opportunity. Now goes cross ice, but couldn't handle it. Was Baker with 4:40 to go in the second.
Had a backdoor tap in, but he couldn't get it over.
Fortunate bounce. Can Merrill get there in time? Gets the backhanded shot away. Laughlin had to make a point-blank save. Cross ice, LaRue skates in, shoots off a deflection, he scores! Couldn't tell if it was deflected off a player or Laughlin. Wes, you're down there. I don't know if you got a good view of it in real time. We'll get a replay here in a second.
Yeah, guys, Laughlin got just a piece before that puck goes over the line. Definitely a screen in front, had to hit a spotty or something as that puck made its way to the net.
Going to get a better look at it here. Certainly goes off the glove, just hits the cuff of the wrist, goes straight down, but he didn't have eyes on it. His hand just so happened to be in the right place where he got a chunk of it. Again, it was a rambler forward, taking his eyes away. As a result, we're all square.
Man, what an awesome look we had from our goal cam down to our right to see that puck wasn't touched by anybody but Laughlin. So I think it's LaRue that's going to get credit for the goal. Steinloft right off the draw, fires in on trap, stick to side. 2-2 game. The Ramblers really on their heels, coming off a 4-1 loss to St. Viator last night. Of course, a 5-1 loss to this Ignatius team last Sunday morning in the semifinals of the O'Grady Thanksgiving Cup. We were wondering what kind of pushback we would see from this Loyola team, and we've seen it here in the second period.
Yeah, a lot of resiliency, the way they've been able to bounce back after it was really all Iggy for a majority of the game. They've stormed back and started to establish their style of play, showing why they're the number 3 team in the SHL so far.
And it is Tyler LaRue that gets his 3rd goal of the season. I'm sure that's one that when Ethan Laughlin sees on film, he had a screen, but goaltenders, when you get a piece, you feel like you need to keep it out. I speak as I talk to 2 goaltenders on the broadcast. Point blank chance, puck just sitting on the goal line. We get a goal horn. The referee was right on top of it. We'll see what our goal cam had on that one.
Did not look like it went in from this angle.
It's going to be tough to see a lot of snow build up. Oh my goodness, just sitting on the goal line. The referee right on top of it. Jimmy the Wiz giving you the peak angle behind Charlie Trapp once more. Look at that puck just tantalizingly standing on the goal line.
Doesn't get much closer than that. I mean, certainly they're going to go back and watch it just to make sure, but official was there all the way. He had eyes on it, didn't cross. Great call, let the play continue. But man, how much closer can you get?
Spencer Montgomery getting an explanation on his bench with 3:47 left here in the second period.
I'm sure he wants an explanation, but surely during the intermission, these 2 coaches are going to look back on it and realize that it didn't go in. But it looks like Coach Montgomery might be talking about something away from the play as he's pointing in the direction of Laughlin. So I'm not sure if he's lobbying for a call or if he's trying to get an explanation for a previous call that wasn't called.
It's pretty funny. We have the assistant coaches on the Ignatius bench looking up on us, asking did it go in or did it wave, and we gave them the wave and we gave a smile and thank you. Some of the great technology we get to use. Maybe the coaches a quick apology to the referees. Now we're going to get a penalty right off the draw. 3:32 left in the second period. Ignatius is going to head to the power play.
Tripping will be the call. A little too errant was one of the sticks of the Ramblers, so Ignatius will go on the power play here with 3:32 left in the second period.
Man, you think about the 3 penalties so far tonight. Could not be 3 more consequential people for the penalty kill for Loyola. First one was Sipe, second one was Matt Klein, and now Will Steele. They're 3 top defensemen who are great penalty killers. They've all taken a turn in the sin bin so far tonight.
It's reckless penalties too, all smaller. None of them really smart penalties, as you would say on a broadcast, but have to kill it here.
Ramblers penalty number 29, 2 minutes for hooking. Time of penalty 13:28 in the second.
Yeah, it just does not feel like a 19-10 shot advantage for Loyola in terms of the quality of play and who's had the better of it. At this point, I'd say it's pretty close to even. Maybe a conversation with the scorekeeper who's hitting the +1 on those shots.
Yeah, it certainly feels like they've had more than 10 shots, but I think 19 is kind of on par for the Ramblers, certainly.
Oh, nice play by Ryan to get the puck across to Chinland, but not able to control it into the offensive zone. Cleared once more by LaRue. And Tyler LaRue having a heck of a game. Not one of the top defensemen you think of when you think of Loyola Gold, but he has the goal to his name and has played outstanding defensively.
Couldn't help but wince, though, when he put his head down there on the corner. Certainly don't want to see. He knew he was going to get met with physicality, but he was okay.
Now Sipe. LaRue in the corner, the cross check into the corner. That's a absolute clear as day, cross-check boarding, I don't know which you want to call. Stunned that we didn't get a penalty, Rudy.
Hit to the numbers. Hit was a little late.
Break for Loyola as they'll be able to keep their power play. Or excuse me, for Ignatius, they'll only be up 5-on-4, excuse me. Now Holub near circle with space. Steinloft back up top. Steinloft once more trying to get it below, but Sipes stepping in the way like a defensive back. Gets the interception. Now shorthanded Messina with 14 left on the penalty kill. Ryan does a good job of catching up. 8 more seconds on the power play. Can Ignatius get one more rush up the ice? Ryan right at the blue line carrying it in. Cooper Nelson stands him up. One-time chance, just missing the near post. Comes all the way back around to steal just out of the box. Now Charlie Bain, fresh off 5-on-5, gets taken down. The puck goes in. We have not seen a signal. So far, no goal as Charlie Bain charged hard towards the net. But Rudy, you pointed to center ice. I tend to agree with you, as it looked like either simultaneously or very close to it. Oh boy, that is really, really close. Rudy, what do you see?
Well, this is the beauty of having Jimmy the Wiz here, kind of giving us these angles. Initially, I thought it was going to be a goal, but it's clear that Loughlin makes the initial save, and because of the force of the forward, Bain, that's what drives the puck in the back of the net. Perfect for us. We got somebody down at ice level. Tell us what you saw.
Yeah, guys, Bain with a lot of speed coming down that left side, and Ethan Loughlin took a huge hit on his right leg right after he made that save, but able to keep it out enough before the net comes off its mornings. But Ignatius is going to be down a man here as we end the second period.
I want to ask you both the question because it seems like I asked Jimmy to run the replay one more time. That obviously it's Bain that pushes the puck in, but he's hit into the goaltender. You know, is there some and we do get a penalty out of it. So it is going to be a power play here for Loyola.
I'm actually quite surprised that it wasn't a penalty shot. It looked like he was kind of breaking through and could have had a lane to have a breakaway, but I don't know, Max. You make up a good point.
I mean, if you rule that it's a penalty, is this shorthanded shot Trapp wants to play on in the final minute of the second period? I want to come back to that play because I got a couple more questions for you two hockey experts on that one once we get to a whistle.
Oh, experts is generous.
Here's Will Steele. Goes around a couple of Wolfpack. Max Meyer doing a nice job using the body. 40 seconds to go in the second. 1:18 on the power play. Here's Charlie Bain at the far point. Down below Finnegan. Cross ice. Steele not able to get as much as he wanted. I want to go back to that play because if you're going to say that it's a penalty against the Ignatius player for tripping, interference, whatever you want to call it, why would, with a puck still loose, if it is the body of Bain pushing the puck into the net, why wouldn't that be a goal?
I personally believe it's because the initial save was made. Had Loughlin, like his leg was up, or maybe there was like space there for the puck to squeak through, maybe you could make the argument that the puck was going to go in either way, but still there's a physical being impeding the puck from going in, right?
Yeah, we have to agree there too, and the net coming off plays a factor in that as well.
Now turned over, shorthanded shot just missing as Egan Ryan put it on net. I don't think Trapp ever saw it as it went by. Once more from Ryan as Steele blocks the shot. Now in the final 10 seconds here of the period, Jobert going to rifle it around the boards. Maybe not the best decision as we got here to the end, last couple of seconds. Finnegan at the buzzer shoots, just misses the cage. A huge hit on the far half wall. Right as he got rid of the puck, I believe it was Finnegan that took the worst of it. Don't see any arms up, so no penalties. But the hitting, no shortage of hitting so far through 2 periods.
I say it with a chuckle, man, but these two teams, they play so physical. They do not like each other one bit. But story of the game, 2-2. Early lead for Ignatius, 2-0. They bounce back with 2. After 2 periods of play, it's 2-2. Wow, a lot of 2s.
The home side, St. Ignatius, the away side, Loyola, will have a 38-second power play to start the third period. When we come back, we'll take a timeout, catch our breath, let the ice clean, come back with third period action here on the SHL Game of the Week live on YouTube.
number 43, Francis Dunley. Time of goal, 9. Penalty 1431. Results in a Wolfpack foul. Number 11, 2 minutes for interference. Time of penalty, 3:59. Wolfpack penalty number 32, 2 minutes for hooking. Time of penalty, 9:36. Assisted by number 12, Danny Heitkamp, and number 43, Francis Dunley. Time of goal, 9. Penalty 1431. Results in a Wolfpack foul. Number 11, 2 minutes for interference. Time of penalty, 3:59. Wolfpack penalty number 32, 2 minutes for hooking. Time of penalty, 9:36. number 43, Francis Dunley. Time of goal, 9. Penalty 1431. Results in a Wolfpack foul. Number 11, 2 minutes for interference. Time of penalty, 3:59. Wolfpack penalty number 32, 2 minutes for hooking. Time of penalty, 9:36. Assisted by number 12, Danny Heitkamp, and number 43, Francis Dunley. Time of goal, 9. Penalty 1431. Results in a Wolfpack foul. Number 11, 2 minutes for interference. Time of penalty, 3:59. Wolfpack penalty number 32, 2 minutes for hooking. Time of penalty, 9:36.
Welcome back live to Fifth Third Arena here. Third period coming up in just a moment on the SHL Game of the Week. Wes Anderson, Rudy Hodgson, Max Anderson on the call for you from Fifth Third Ice Arena. A barn burner we have here right now, a 2-2 hockey game. Loyola charging back with 2 second period goals to get back tied. For more on how they'll look to get a win here tonight on the road, we're sending it down to Wes Anderson, standing by with assistant coach for Loyola, Dustin Lockwood. Wes.
Thanks, guys. Coach, you found yourself down 2 goals heading into that second period. What was your message to your team?
Just keep doing the little things that we were doing. You know, we just keep playing our game, get pucks in, apply our forecheck, and we just knew it was a matter of time.
Liam Finnegan leads this team in goals. Was able to get you guys on the board here. What do you like his game so far tonight?
I mean, he's just so steady. Every single game, every single shift, you know what you're getting out of him. It's been awesome to see him really come by this year.
Guys, back up to you.
You know, Wes and Rudy, I'll give Rudy a chance here way on this first. I know we're still in the beginning of December, but it had been a rough week for Loyola, right? There's no other way to sugarcoat it. A couple of tough losses, and they got down 2-0 in that first period here on the road on a Sunday evening. And yeah, we're still in December, but I was really curious to see how Loyola would respond, and boy, did they.
Absolutely, and this is exactly the kind of response that you need right now. You're never out of any game when you have an offense of this nature, and they gave themselves an opportunity to come back into this game. They capitalized on the special teams, but they've done the little things right. During the intermission, me and Wes were talking about how good they are at moving the puck. This team has so much chemistry. They know how to play with one another, and that's on full display tonight.
Getting a look at both goaltenders as they loosen up here before the start of the third period. It's my favorite new little addition. It's subtle. But Jimmy has this split screen look where you can really get a look at both goaltenders at the same time. You got goal cams on both sides. Of course, that goal cam brought to you by New Trier Hockey Club this season. Another big donation from them to make sure we can keep doing really cool stuff like that goal cam. It's doing great things for the entire SHL community as New Trier Hockey. Third period underway. Liam Finnegan, Tieran Ryan on the draw. Finnegan wins it. We're underway here in the third. 33 seconds left on a power play for Loyola. Already have one power play goal on the night. Finnegan carries it in, drops it behind the goal. Joe Bear trying to win it below the goal. Played up the near half wall, not able to keep it in at the near point of sight. Patiently finds Finnegan cross ice, trying to get one more rush with the extra man. Now a hit right in front of the Ignatius bench. Play on as Sipe trying to find the puck. He does. Carries it to his backhand. Draws below the goal. Looking for an outlet. Oh, just misses Steele. And that will do it for the power play. Back to full strength is St. Ignatius. Just 45 into the third period here, live from Fifth Third Ice Arena. Now Bain with some space up the slot. Bain, backhand, he scores! Splits the legs of Ethan Laughlin. And Charlie Bain gets his 12th goal of the SHL season.
What an absolute rush here from Bain, and it was only a matter of time before he got rewarded. He's had so many great looks all night long, but probably none better than this one. Goes tweeners, goes between the wickets, and just a great move. Veteran finish, looked comfortable the whole way through. As a result, Loyola from 2-0 down to 3-2 up. What a response from the Ramblers.
Just 54 seconds into this third period. Loyola now 3 unanswered goals here on the road. Sipe at the blue line, gets tripped up, but Merrill makes sure it gets deep. Nardella misses his intended target of Doherty at the blue line. What a turnaround here for Loyola Gold. Trying to salvage their weekend and what would be a huge road win here in the SHL. Now behind the goal. Thought we might see a penalty there. Thought saw the referee's arm start to go up. Keeps it down, just missing Mikey Baker. That goes a length of the ice for icing. One more time, want to thank our great sponsors here on the SHL Network. The biggest, not just in number, but also in financial donage. I don't know if that's a word, I just made it up. But a lot of money funneling into the league to bring you these great broadcasts. Of course, things like that showcase we had at the beginning of November. The SHL just continues to innovate, and so much of that because of our great sponsors.
See if the sponsors can reach out to Merriam-Webster so we can add donage to the dictionary for you, Max.
Jimmy the Wiz is one of the best technicals in the business. Jimmy, what's your Merriam-Webster dictionary like? Can you check me on donage? He just shakes his head at me. That's usually the response I get from Jimmy the Wiz. 15-16 left here in the third period. Ryan and Finnegan have been battling in the face-off dot all game long. It's been just about even. Here's a shot towards goal, and Finnegan kicks it to the far half wall. Ryan recovers, trying to skate into the slot. Now Ryan gets checked by Steele. Finnegan almost turns it over. Can't quite keep it in the zone with Chinland. Break there is almost an odd man chance for St. Ignatius. Here's Bain. That would have been offsides if played from Ignatius. So they'll clear the zone. Settles on the stick of Steele.
Surprised it wasn't offside. I thought he touched it once he went past the blue line, but referee says play on.
Finnegan gets the puck deep in on Ethan Laughlin. Now, focus on a lot of the game here tonight. Laughlin now under the microscope. Obviously a great play from Bain, but the puck did find some space between the legs of Laughlin. 3 unanswered. Ignatius looking for some answers here in the beginning of the third. Messina. He's going to skate wide. Good stick check from Nardella to slow the rush. Nardella not able to get it out. Kept it at the near point. Cooper Nelson. He fires towards net. Gets a deflection. Just misses the crossbar. Now Cooper Nelson gets taken down once more. I thought the referee's arm was going to come up. It doesn't.
Thought surely that was going to be a trip. Looked like a slew foot.
Just offside is Max Meyer and Danny Heidkamp just a little bit off kilter with 13:46 left in the third.
Listen, I know there's a shortage in stripes, so I'm not going to be too aggressive if they watch the replay, but you miss a call on one end, and I'm not too sure that was offside. It looked like the back heel was onside there for St. Ignatius, so stripes. I'm keeping you honest up here in the booth, but I'm not too sure that those two calls were correct.
Chris Sipe gets a deflection from Garvin St. John. Mikey Baker in on the forecheck. Well, the four come together. Comes to Nardella. Not able to get it out. Past LaRue. LaRue's shot towards net gets deflected over the cage. St. John shot off the shin boards. Back out into the neutral zone. LaRue back to play.
There's one thing that's glaring about this Loyola team is they're such good skaters. They're just so good on their edges. The way they're able to kind of adjust on the fly and stay with the speed of this Ignatius team has been very present, especially here in the third period, Max.
It's the speed and skill of Loyola Gold. Sometimes feels like a broken record with this group. Certainly it's seeming like a special group being put together up in Wilmette. Now a chance as the puck finds its way in front of Ari Ram. Couldn't quite dial it in.
Could have had a potential breakaway had he spotted the puck a little earlier, but a nice veteran stoppage there, needing a whistle where the Ramblers. Trap squeezes. We'll try again to his left with 12:41 left in the final period.
Face-off draw to the left of Trapp. It's Klein that comes away with it for the Ramblers. Steele, below his goal, getting pressure. Able to get it past Moses Rogers and into the neutral zone. Fortunate bounce as it comes to the stick of Pereno. His shot deflects up into the netting. We'll have a draw to the right of Laughlin.
Again, it's Loyola getting a fortunate bounce. It seems like they've kind of been bouncing their way all game long. That time it leads to a rush. Fortunately for Ignatius, they get a stick on it and it goes well out of play, but something to look out for. The puck luck certainly present tonight.
Draw to come to the left of Laughlin. Here's Finnegan and Steinloff doing battle. It's Finnegan able to win it, just keep it in at the blue line is Matt Klein. Bain with a good active stick, pries it free. Finnegan from a sharp angle, fought off. Finnegan gets it right back. Near point, Steele, cross ice Klein. Now cross ice once more, looking for Finnegan, but Reef there to make sure it stays wide. Steele can't keep it in at the point. Now Steele patient with the puck, will lead it into the Ignatius zone. Surveying, trying a centering pass. DJ Long couldn't get a stick on it. And Laughlin tracked it the entire way, make sure it got to the corner. Reef and Long Long tries a centering pass, gets deflected back to the stick of Steele. Finnegan, side circle, shoots, fought off. Bain now below the goal. Back to the point, Klein. Cross ice, Steele. Steele's shot gets a deflection, but from Long, it deflected wide. Long was bracing for a hit rather than playing the puck, and finally able to clear. Gladly to take an icing is Ignatius. Is about a minute and a half straight in their defensive zone.
Yeah, they were getting dominated. One of those where you're kind of happy that you can make those changes during the icing. So a smart decision there by Ignatius. They get a fresh line out there, but a little bit more credit to this Rambler team dominating, not giving them any space to breathe, and almost getting a fourth.
Now off the draw, Merrill trying to weave his way through. Shot on goal. Good save, Laughlin from Messina, point blank. Merrill once more. Puck bouncing around on the ice. This Fifth Third ice, some of the best ice you'll see in high school hockey, but seen some bouncing pucks here early in the third. Now Sipe has his shot blocked off the shin boards of Chinland. Ooh, Tiernan Ryan was lurking, almost had a breakaway. Steele fortunate to get it by him. Chinland finds Ryan, can't quite handle it, but he'll track it down on the forecheck. Sipe and Ryan, one of the best forward, one of the best D-man, and it's Sipe that wins this battle. Takes the puck off the back wall and gets it through to Messina. Now Sipe, top of the near circle, skates wide, trying to put it between the legs of Darty. Not able to. Now aggressive pass, just missing the stick of Ryan. Pass off the boards for an icing.
I like this response, and I got to give a lot of credit to Chinland and the way he's just kind of has eyes in the back of his head. That little spin pass that he gave to Ryan, had Ryan gotten enough wood on it, that would have been a partial breakaway for him. Could have very easily evened this game up. His trap hasn't seen a whole lot of rubber since maybe the halfway mark of the second period, so he's a little cold. So look for Ignatius to try to pounce on that.
Patient play up the boards. Ari Ram now gets pressure from St. John. Had some space for a moment, but as Rudy pointed out just a couple minutes ago, the speed from Loyola narrows that space, and they have to take an icing once more with 10:03 left in the third.
Yeah, Rudy, you talk about the lack of shots on goal for Ignatius. 0 shots here in this third period, 7 minutes, and only 4 there in the second. So Trapp hasn't seen a lot of rubber in the last 17 minutes or so, but locked in here to give his team a chance here down the stretch.
And you feel like if you're St. Ignatius here, so much of the action here in this third period has been down in their defensive zone. Yes, they're down a goal, but with the amount of possession, almost feel fortunate. They've got to find a way to flip the ice back towards Charlie Trapp, who's really had nothing to do here so far in the third period.
I still think 11 shots is...
St. John, the shot. Good left pad save from Laughlin. Keep his team down a goal. Seems light, no doubt. Although not necessarily in this period. I think they had 11 after 2. I don't know that they've had a shot on goal here in the first part of this third period.
Don't believe so. It's been all Ramblers here in the final period.
Ignatius doing a nice job of weathering the storm. Can they find some possession here on the forecheck? Nelson gets it quickly to Markowitz. Keeping it in for the moment is Bossert. Trying to find some possession off of Rizzuti, who had the first goal for Ignatius on the night. Garvin St. John able to make sure it's out. Good pass off the boards. Here's Julian Gabal. Max Gabal, of course, his older brother. Stalwart here on the Loyola Ramblers last couple of years. Rifles around. Gonzalez gets it free. Touch pass off the stick of Gabal once more from Steele. Now dangerously taking it right in front of his goal was Darty, but able to get it out. Not exactly how you draw it up as a defenseman. Heidkamp carries in, but can't get any farther than Will Steele. Can almost make a Steele wall joke. That certainly was the case here. Once more coming forward. Trying to get a shot off was Rizzuti. Steele makes sure it gets to the back wall, and he'll carry it forward. Now Finnegan. Missing everybody. Loyola. No, we're going to get a wave of the icing, a break for Ignatius. Not sure if that got deflected in the neutral zone. Fortunate break here for Ignatius. It hits that stanchion. Able to keep play going is Meyer. Meyer, high slot, turns and fires, blockered away by Trapp.
Great save by Trapp.
A lot of traffic in front of him and saw it the whole way. Meyer from a sharp angle tries to fire it on net. Following it up, Steinloff trying to help. Not able to get it out. Kept in at the point. Kicked aside by Trapp. Meyer back to the point. Rom fires it towards net, misses the mark. Now winding up, looking to get a breakaway opportunity. Oh, but a wave of the icing, a break for Loyola. They say that Dunley could have played the puck. I don't know that I agree.
Yeah, certainly should have been icing there, but they'll
Now
take it.
DJ Long with a great move, blockered away by Laughlin. Good feet from Long there to set up the opportunity. Trying to find Finnegan in the slot. Just missed him. Bain with a good stick lift, trying to win the puck back. Boy, DJ Long, talk about that pirouette move. Ignatius bench wants a slash. They're not going to get the call. We'll play on. Here's Bain with 7:08 left in the third. Bain skating towards the high slot. He turns, fires from the far circle, never got through. Kept him at the point, LaRue. Now knocked down. And the other way comes Steinloft. Into the high slot is Garami. LaRue calmly takes possession. Carries it into the neutral zone, but deflected away and once again put deep by Steinloft. Hard off the boards. Trying to make a touch pass was Merrill. Instead, here's Tiernan Ryan. Ryan carries it into the corner, immediately met by LaRue. Now floating around the edge of the crease there, and finally Trapp drops his glove on it. We get a whistle for the first time in a couple minutes.
Well, like you said, Max, it's been a couple minutes since we've had a real stoppage, and got to give credit to Trapp. Made some saves that he will definitely look back on and be happy about. And then on the other end, Ignatius kind of letting the ice tilt back in their favor a little bit. And if you're Coach Montgomery, you definitely wanted a slash, and it definitely looked like one, but officials let him play.
Charlie Bain, the third goal of the game so far for Loyola, is the one that has them in front here in the latter stages of the third period. Here's Merrill up the left wing, goes around one man, skates into the slot, shoots right into the logo, a nice Wolfpack logo. Great play by Merrill, but certainly if you could have that one back, would try to find a corner.
Oh, you see a shot right to the chest, but I see a netminder that's really well positioned. You see his ankles are at the top of the paint, so he's well positioned and right to the belly. That's good goaltending if you ask me.
I can see Wes grinning down in the corner as well. Goaltender sticking up for goaltenders. What else is new on the SHL network with you two? Here's Tiernan Ryan. Ryan has Chinlin coming up the slot. Ryan gets a shot off. He's looking for a penalty. Probably should have had one as well. It's going to lead to a breakout for Joe Bear. Joe Bear drops it into the deep below the goal line. Chinlin back in support. Wants to get it out wide, finds Garami. Now Tiernan Ryan, top of the far circle, trying to get a shot off. Fortunate deflection, big save from Trapp. It was the wrist shot from Dunley, and Trapp continues to shine.
Wes, you're down there. I think Trapp got away with one there. He was very deep in his crease, but he steps up, makes a huge save to preserve the lead.
Yeah, Rudy back-to-back big saves by number one in the Loyola net on that last rush. There was room upstairs. He was able to throw up that right shoulder and get a piece down that previous chance. Yeah, a little deep in his net, but able to come up with the save. Good to see ahead here with less than 6 minutes to go in the third.
5:35 to go in the third. The rock concert continuing here at Fifth Third Arena. Here's Egan Ryan. This is his intended target. And Sipe with some space. Gonna toss it in to the neutral zone. A puck that high at most barns in high school hockey probably would hit the roof. Not here at Fifth Third. I'd say probably the highest ceiling of any barn we enter.
Absolutely. I don't even think it's close, really. This place,
just a beautiful facility.
It's a great
Love
barn.
being here.
It is a beautiful barn, but home ice advantage not really all that present for St. Ignatius. It's been all Ramblers. 5:15 left in regulation.
Yeah, that first period controlled by the Wolfpack, but since then it's really been all Loyola Gold. Trying to flex back their muscle, show why many believe they're the best team in the state. The SHL in general just as wide open as we've seen. Now could have been a slashing or interference. Now tangled up are a couple of players in the neutral zone. That's Mikey Baker and Max Meyer for Ignatius. Finally getting untangled. Ignatius bench is just irate that Now 2 or 3 really, I'm not going to say obvious, but certainly could have been penalties not called.
Yeah, they missed a high stick there on Loyola. Ignatius should be going on the man advantage, but they're not getting the calls to go their way, so I'm not too sure.
4:31 to go in the third period. It'll be an offensive zone draw coming for Ignatius.
I'm going to get a better look at the collision there. You see the stick comes up high, definitely a collision, but not exactly smart to throw a little bit of a blow there, and that's exactly what you don't want to see. Skates going up high.
We've seen some scary moments in hockey over the last couple of
yeah.
weeks with errant skate blades. Always a little bit scary. Here's Klein. With 4.5 to go here in the third period. Critical couple of points on the line here in the SHL. Finnegan gets it past Reef. Reef able to catch up to it. You see the speed of the captain. Now turned over. Charlie Bain. Last second stick check from Reef. What a backhanded pass. Huge shot and a goal from Liam Finnegan. What a pass by Charlie Bain to set it up.
I mean, how about this pass? How about this play? And how about this finish? You're going to get a beautiful look at it here. Just no-look pass right to the slot. Finished by Finnegan with class. Lead is doubled. It's 4-2.
Just buries it in the top shelf to give Loyola a 2-goal lead with 4:08 to go in the third. Charlie Bain. You know, there's talk about Zach Freemuth. There's talk about Tiernan Ryan. I feel like Charlie Bain might not get the amount of conversation he deserves as possibly being the best player in the state.
Well, with that assist, he ties the league in assists, so certainly letting his presence be felt. Take a look, another chance.
Chance right off the restart of play from Gabal in the high slot, but able to get the puck out of the Wolfpack under 4 to go. Multi-point night here for Charlie Bain once again. Puck in the corner. Gabal's able to pry it free. A 2-goal game for Liam Finnegan. His 14th and 15th goals of the season, which I believe puts him into second place alone in the SHL for goals. There's a ton of energy emanating right now from the Loyola bench.
Another source of that energy was that huge hit in open ice there right by the benches. Everybody got a good look at that one, 2-on-1 maybe.
Here's Joe Bear, has trouble getting the puck onto his stick. He had a late arriving Jake Pereno coming, couldn't get him the puck. Pereno turns and fires, gets the puck deep with 3 minutes to go in the third. Now weaving through, turned over, here's point blank chance, backhanded shot, Merrill scores! 5-2 Loyola.
Defensive miscue here by the Wolfpack, and that'll certainly do it, most likely. Beautiful finish. Top shelf on the backhand, 5-2 Loyola. They're being handsomely rewarded for their efforts here in the third period. It's been all Ramblers. Coach Montgomery not happy.
What a response by the Ramblers. 2:51 to go in the third period. 5 unanswered goals here over the last period in 15 minutes. A just veteran, disciplined response from these Ramblers. And again, we don't overplay it. It's still early December, but we were asking some questions about how this Rambler team would respond. If you had any questions about how that would come, we've seen the answer. It's been really impressive here over the last hour plus of real time. Bain turns, fires it deep with 2:30 to go in the third, and it was a party in the first period in that Ignatius side to our left. It's gone awful quiet for the dark red and black sweaters. Schindlin gets a back check from DJ Long, but still able to get the puck deep. Trapp standing tall in his goal. 12 saves on the night. Again, just does not feel like that's quite the credit he deserves for his performance. Long blocks that shot.
Made the saves he had to make early in the game. Gave his team a fighting chance.
Reef with speed goes around a man. Backhanded shot. Trapp able to make the save and steer it to the corner.
And there he is again.
Now chance out in the slot. Off the post. Follow-on chance. They score. This time it's Austin Haynes with his 4th SHL goal to get it back within 2, or does it? Oh, they do. They were just having a discussion as who's going to get credit for the goal. We'll see it here on the replay. I think it would have been played by a high stick. If I can't tell who this is to the side of the net.
No,
I don't think he ever touched it.
Goes off of his helmet there. You're going to get a great look at it here. He doesn't swipe at it, doesn't touch the stick.
If it would have, though, I think that would have been waved off. That stick looked above the shoulders.
They're going to have a conversation about it, though. They certainly saw the redirection up high. Maybe they don't realize that it was off the helmet. They probably thought that it was touched by a high stick, but I don't know if we can get another look at it, but it certainly looks like it goes off the cage, and then it might have not even gone in until one of the Ramblers touched it on its way. But
Jimmy, can we roll that replay back one more time? By the way, we've got a timeout on the ice. I believe it was taken by the Ignatius side here to try to see with a minute 37 what they can muster together. And they find a surprising comeback here in the last 2 minutes. There's 5 unanswered goals for Loyola that got them on top. Now Ignatius with the response, still having a conversation. I don't know that the referee has communicated the goal. Nope, yes, he has. It has popped up here on game sheet. Austin Haynes gets the credit. Tiernan Ryan the assist, as Charlie Reef with the secondary.
Unfortunate example, the announcer jinx. We're just giving the netminder Trapp his well-deserved flowers. Doesn't feel like he's a freshman, but he is. Plays like a veteran, but something beats him there. An errant bounce, and we got ourselves a game with 137. Laughlin looking at the bench.
So Finnegan wins it cleanly. Laughlin heading towards the bench. Now he's coming off the ice as Ignatius gets possession. Bain doing a nice job of slowing down the hands of Charlie Reef. Reef gets it back at the top of the circle, trying to get across to Chinlin. Bain not able to force it out. Here's cross-ice pass. Shot from Meyer off the post. Well, the outside of the post, but just about 6 inches maybe from going in. Backhanded chance. This one swiped right into the Loyola bench as Dustin Lockwood, DJ LeVar, and Scott Sorallo go scrambling.
Oh boy, how close was that opportunity? Goes off the outside of the net. Seemed like he was needing to take an extra second to corral it. It looked like a bouncing puck, but he got a lot on it. Just goes wide. Tense moments here at Fifth Third Arena.
.110 to go here in the third. Empty net to our left. Six skaters on the ice for Ignatius. That could have been a hand pass, a break for Ignatius as we'll play on. Haynes in the corner, going to drop it below Tiernan Ryan. 1 minute to go. Sipe able to clear it. Doesn't look, it's rolling on its side, and now the linesman's going to say no icings. That almost curls into the net. It almost looked like a curling expedition there. Is this puck able to get in deep? 40 seconds to go. Sipe takes a look up ice. Decides to corral it around the boards. Doesn't get it out. Meyer turns and fires, and a snap of the left wrist from Charlie Trapp keeps it 5-3.
Nice calm save there by Trapp. Gets the whistle, no rebound. The more important part there on the save is not giving it up. 34 seconds left between a much-needed victory here for the Ramblers.
Puck bouncing around the far circle, winding up and taking a big shot is Reef, but it's blocked. He gets it right back. Below the goal. Sipe now trying to clear, bouncing around side of the net. Sipe trying to take it out the other side. Finally, Messina able to make sure it gets out. Now an empty net. Messina looking for the empty netter. Meyer able to slow him down for a minute. Turning, firing, they score! Tommy Messina gets the empty netter. His 6th goal of the SHL campaign. It's 6-3.
That'll do it here at Fifth Third Arena. Certainly the better performing team picked up the win tonight, but a lot of credit to Ignatius. They didn't give up. They gave themselves a fighting chance. But it's the overwhelming skill and physicality of the Ramblers that gets it done here in the west side. 9.5, the face-off formality at this point.
Final 5 seconds here from Fifth Third Ice Arena. And Ignatius is going to fall, and for Loyola, a huge 2 points after a tough week. I know many were starting to wonder, is this team really the best team in the state? The team that we saw beat GBS 5-0, beat New Trier 5-0. Well, they came and made a statement against the hottest team in the state right now.
Absolutely. And I mean, this is one of those games that you look back on in a couple months, and maybe this is where they turn the corner and really start to dominate in league play heading into state. And the Ramblers, like we said just a couple seconds ago, they were the better team tonight. They dominated on the shot total, and they dominated on the score sheet as well.
Loyola's going to move to 14-3-1. And for the Ignatius Wolfpack, they'll fall to 9-8 in the SHL. A lot of hockey to go. We talked about early in the broadcast the stretch that Ignatius faces over the next 7 days. We're going to find out a lot about this Wolfpack team. They've got games against New Trier. They've got games against GBN as well. Lake Forest, who right around 500s, played really good hockey in the SHL. It's going to be a challenge for them over the next week.
Absolutely. I mean, this is gut check time for them. You kind of have to put this one in the rear view immediately and just focus on the next one. And we said it earlier in the broadcast, this record is not much of an indication of how talented this team is, but tonight they were outplayed, but it's in the rear view. Got to focus on the next one.
Wes Anderson lurking down on the ice, trying to see if he maybe can get the multi-goal scorer of Liam Finnegan or Charlie Bain at a couple of points. Seeing who he can track down. I think it's going to be Charlie Bain that gets to pop the lid and get the post-game interview. The captain for Loyola Gold. Wes, if you're ready, take it away.
Charlie, take me through the tone on the bench. You guys are down 2 goals heading into that second period. What were you saying to your team down there?
Well, like last night we had a tough loss, but we kind of always emphasize energy on the bench because I think when we got the guys behind us when we're on the ice, it's a hell of a lot easier to go balls to the wall. So, I mean, we were down 2-0, but I think we were confident. We thought we were outplaying them 5-on-5. It was just a matter of staying out of the box.
Now take me through your goal. Mikey Baker gets you free. You got a little bit of a breakaway. Take me through your goal there.
Yeah, well, it was like a little of an awkward position to catch, but I kind of just put it through my legs and then took it back to my forehand, kind of protected the puck against the defense from there, and then kind of saw the goalie poke check, and so I took it to my backhand quick, put it through his 5-hole because I saw that was open.
All right, thanks. Go enjoy it with your teammates.
Thank you.
Wes now shuffling over to Victoria's head coach, Scott Serralo. I know he's feeling a little bit under the weather today, but coached his team to a much-needed 2 points and a 6-3 win. Wes.
Coach, you just talked to one of your captains. Just take me through the leadership group on this Rambler team.
They're growing, right? It's all new. We lost all of our senior leaders last year, including our captain, Cowan. So they're learning. I mean, we talked last night about a lack of energy, and we could really feel it on the bench. I don't know if you could on the bench too, but like, it's just this group needs support on the bench and energy, and that's what we need from our leaders right now.
So I think that 2-goal deficit you faced was a big theme tonight. Just talk about the resilience of this squad to come back with those 6 goals.
Yeah, for some reason we start slow. They came out with a ton of energy. They're super fast. We just had to settle in. We adjusted our forecheck. I think once we switched to 1-2-2, I mean, they used the wall so much, it really made a difference in the third, and that was a big adjustment. I think that helped us start putting pucks in the net.
All right, thanks, Coach. Go enjoy with your team.
All right, thank you.
Guys, back up to you. Sorry, Matt.
Thanks, Wes. Didn't mean to cut off your send back here to the booth. Rudy, what I hear is a coach who, despite his team being 14-3-1 in the SHL, and either the number 1 or number 2 ranked team in the state, feels like his team has another level both to get to, both in play, leadership, energy, consistency. And that's really what December into the early part of January is all about, is finding that consistency as you turn the calendar towards the playoffs.
And that's a coach that you want to play for, right? That's the guy that believes in you, believes that you got that extra gear in you, and that was on display tonight, and I'm sure it'll be on full display the rest of the season, Max.
That will do it for us here from Fifth Third Ice Arena. The next SHL game of the week will be next Sunday. Technically, we will have, of course, the Blackhawks rivalry series Friday night live from Addison Ice Arena in what has continued to be a great tradition with the Chicago Blackhawks. That will do it. A 6-3 final. Loyola victorious here tonight. I want to thank our great crew, as we always do. Matt Freeman doing a great job as he does. I think he's been on every single game so far this season, doing a great job here with us at J&M Media and the SHL Network, doing awesome work. Thank you, Matt. As always, of course, Jimmy the Wiz Olsen You all know none of this gets done without the great technical work he does, the goal cams, the replays, the slow-mo replays, the angles, the shots, the graphics, all of it. Jimmy Liz Olsen gets it done, a little sheepish smirk and a shrug, as he's never one to take the praise very well. Of course, Wes Anderson down on ice level with all the rinkside analysis, the interviews. Rudy Hodgson to my right. I'm Max Anderson. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll talk to you again on the SHL Network Friday night live for the Blackhawks Rivalry Series. Until then, have a great week. See you Friday night.